beneath forgotten banners, faded by the winds of time, each convinced that history waited for one last mountain left to climb. The trumpets echoed through the valley, steel reflected morning's fire. Every soul declared its purpose, every heart consumed by desire. The Final Crusade, so every generation claims. The Final Crusade, another war with different names. The flags may change, the cars may fade, yet someone calls the Final Crusade. Modern speeches, old convictions dressed anew. Every century discovers enemies it never knew. Kings and councils, crowds and prophets, all proclaiming history's turn. Yet every torch that's raised in triumph leaves another bridge to burn. Raise the banner sound, the warning, read the omens, ignore the morning. The Final Crusade, marching into borrowed dreams. The Final Crusade, nothing's ever what it seems. The victor's right, the loser's pray, until another Final Crusade. Castles crumble into silence, empires vanish grain by grain. Maps of folded names forgotten, only questions still remain. Children walk the ancient pathways, wondering what the ruins say. They've heard before of one more war that promised yesterday. Count the kingdoms, count the martyrs, count the monuments of stone. Count the victories, count the echoes, hear how history changes tone. The Final Crusade, the phrase survives when armies fall. The Final Crusade, never really final at all. The dust will settle, the years will pass, another age will raise the glass and christen yet another Final Crusade. They called it the last campaign, the last great struggle, the last necessary sacrifice. History smiled, closed another chapter, and quietly reached for a blank page. The spherical object drank marmalade equations from a paper submarine, while invisible librarians measured ultraviolet Tuesdays with transparent tambourines. The wallpaper apologized to an upside-down volcano who was teaching startled teacups how to yodel underwater. Turn the hexagon inside the lemon, feed the staircase to the rain. Nobody noticed except the jellyfish wearing spectacles again. The spherical object floats between tomorrow and tea. The spherical object knows exactly where not to be. It whispers backwards to square balloons and teaches gravity to juggle spoons. Electric flamingos play chess with melted bicycles inside a violet accordion made entirely from echoes. The moon misplaced its eyebrows inside a bowl of peppermint clocks, while philosophical bananas debated quantum socks. Polish the shadow, fold the horizon, borrow a whisper from Neptune's mustache, paint every cucumber with invisible honey, then file it alphabetically under splash. The spherical object rolls uphill on sleeping glass. The spherical object lets the future eat the past. It hums in colors, breathes in squares, and combs the eyebrows of dancing bears. Declared the ceiling edible as accordion giraffes invented liquid punctuation. The dictionary sneezed politely into bowls of molten lace, while Wednesday quietly escaped, disguised as someone's face. The spherical object has misplaced the edge of time. The spherical object collects unfinished nursery rhymes. The universe forgot its shoes, entangled with confused kangaroos. The spherical object refuses to explain. If the purple hypothesis continues evaporating, please return all invisible furniture to the authorized custodian. Unless, of course, the asparagus has already translated the moon into custard. nearly dry before the arguments began. Every paragraph translated to support their plan. The signatures looked identical, the handshakes all sincere, yet every delegation heard what they wanted to hear. A memorandum of misunderstanding, every sentence open wide. A memorandum of misunderstanding, truth rewritten on each side. One document, two histories, three interpretations guaranteed. A memorandum of misunderstanding, signed in perfect faith but not agreed. One read temporary measures, one read permanent relief, one found promises of progress, one remained beyond belief. Lawyers searched the punctuation, diplomats revised the tense, finding hidden declarations buried deep, so it made no sense. Read between the careful wording, read between the silent lines. Every comma carries meaning, every footnote redefines. A memorandum of misunderstanding, victory for everyone. A memorandum of misunderstanding, until the celebration's done. The cameras smile, the headlines glow, while nobody quite seems to know exactly what was just agreed. Sunrise, the lawyers work till noon. The politicians claim success far too soon. Each capital release statement's confident in every word, while listening to the other side, wondering what they heard. Count the clauses, count the caveats, the carefully chosen phrases, count the speeches, count the briefings, count the diplomatic mazes. A memorandum of misunderstanding, every clause a mirrored hall. A memorandum of misunderstanding, certain that the regime would fall. The ink remains, the meanings drift, depending on the speaker's gift. A memorandum of misunderstanding, waiting for tomorrow. The agreement was historic, according to one delegation. The agreement was conditional, according to another. The agreement changed everything, some declared. The agreement changed nothing, others insisted. The words never moved, only the meanings were twisted. 1,000 vessels, silver nets beneath the dawn, ports alive with salted laughter, waiting for another storm. Children learn the names of seabirds, harbors echoed through the years. Then maps began to change their language, one canal at a time disappeared. The Aral Sea, a kingdom made of water and sky. The Aral Sea, watching every shoreline run dry. One river turned, then one more still, to feed another distant field. The Aral Sea forgot the taste of rain. Wide abundance, targets written year by year. Engineers redirected rivers, certain progress would appear. The harvest filled the railway wagon, statistics pleased the men in grey. But every mile of thirsty farmland stole another tide away. The quotas rise, the waters fall, the ledgers smile, the seagulls call. Across the bones of iron rust, the Aral Sea, an ocean left behind. Docks now overlook a plain, engines silent, hulls forgotten, weathered by the desert's rain. The poison dust rides summer breezes, fields and villages inhale. A sea that once gave life to millions now survives as a warning tale. Count the rivers, count the harvest, count the promises fulfilled. Count the boats left stranded where the waves once gently swell. The Aral Sea, not defeated by the tide. The Aral Sea, but by the hands that changed its course. The maps were redrawn, the crops were grown, yet something priceless was overthrown. The Aral Sea still whispers through the sand. The quotas were achieved, the reports were approved, the canals performed exactly as designed. The sea was never consulted, and the wind remembers what the water cannot return. upon the skyline. No cavalry beneath the sun. A silent age of distant shadows, where algorithms overcome. The battlefield has lost its borders. The front line shifts from hour to hour. A signal travels through the ether, replacing muscle, steel and power. Kind of fight. High above, fixed wing observers circle slowly through the blue. Multirotors hover patiently, watching every giant consequences, changing the balance of power. Propellers turning, circuits learning, signals crossing, propellers surface gliding, uncrewed vessels chart the waves, scanning shipping lanes and coastlines where the restless current behaves. Below, autonomous submarines move through darkness, cold and deep, going solo or in teams where the ancient silence sleeps. Drone warfare on the ocean in the sky. Drone warfare where the unseen systems fly. The tides are watched, the currents read by machines that neither tie nor bleed. Drone warfare, rewriting strategy. Dust, uncrewed vehicles creep through streets where danger waits, clearing paths through ruined buildings, opening long forgotten gates. Some carry sensors, some supply, some lift burdens from the ground. Each invention changes questions, every answer newly found. Count the satellites, count the relays, count the cameras, count the code, count the distance between decision and the ever-changing road. Drone warfare, land and ocean, air and Starlink. Drone warfare, transforming every battlefield. The smallest craft, the widest sea, can alter history unexpectedly. Has arrived. No bugle announced it, no treaty anticipated it. The machines became smaller, their reach became greater. The distance between is operating in space. Beside the cameras, with a pint held just so, speaking of forgotten towns and factories long ago. The crowd hears familiar anger, the headlines know his name, and every grievance finds a stage inside the evening flame. A man of the people, that's the slogan on the wall. A man of the people, vote reform, you can hear him call. From the boardroom to the bar, with an ego larger than the crowd, everyone appears ordinary when the microphone is loud. Too high, about the man who clocks in early but still wonders why. Some nod along in agreement, some raise a skeptical brow, wondering how a polished rebel becomes the outsider now. Wear the jacket, learn the language, shake the hand, repeat the message. Every campaign needs a mirror for his thin-skinned face. A man of the people, a statement that hangs in smoky air. A man of the people, or simply skilled at getting there. The crowd decides, polls reply, the story changes by and by. A man of the people, depends who's asking why. Politics loves simple pictures, a hero, villain, common man. But people rarely fit the posters quite the way the slogans plan. Some hear truth in every sentence, some hear theater in the tone, and somewhere between the two, the country makes its choice alone. Count the headlines, count the promises made, count the voters, count the doubters, count the image carefully weighed. A man of the people, the banner rises once again. A man of the people, on buses, screens and campaign trains, the tide is raised, the cameras roll, and everyone competes to own the title of a man of the people. The critics objected, the supporters cheered, the commentators analyzed, and somewhere beyond the slogans, millions of ordinary people went back to work just to survive. Charts were spread across the table, compass points and painted lines, harbors built for mighty squadrons, anchored deep in older times. But history redraws its boundaries, not always with the broadside's roar. Sometimes silence speaks the loudest beyond the distant shore. How to control a sea without a navy, a question no one planned to face. How to control a sea without a navy when distance becomes the safest place. The maps stay blue, the tides still flow, but certainty is hard to know. How to control a sea without a navy, unable to follow the water's flow. The flagship isn't always strongest when every horizon hides a threat. The smallest shadow on the water can become a cause for regret. Satellites replace the lookout, drones patrol where frigates sailed. The old assumptions meet tomorrow because yesterday's doctrine has failed. The sea is wide, the options narrow. Every voyage carries doubt. Every departure needs a reason. Every return a different route. How to control a sea without a navy? Influence travels without sails. How to control a sea without a navy? Where technology tips the scales. The coastlines watch, the radio speak. The Black Sea Fleet are now just meek. How to control a sea without a navy? The rules have changed again. Revise the textbooks, the analysts redraw the charts. Power isn't measured simply by the number of the parts. Missiles, sensors, drones and data challenge every ancient creed. Sometimes presence isn't necessary as automation creates a daring new breed. Count the harbors, count the warships, count the sorties never flown. Count the questions, count the doctrines, turn to lessons carved in stone. How to control a sea without a navy? The answer shifts from year to year. How to control a sea without a navy? When caution overcomes prestige. The sea remembers every age, each one writes another page. How to control a sea without a navy? The tide outlives us The fleet remained according to the communique. The objectives were unchanged. According to the briefing, the situation was under review. According to the analysts, but the sea offered no statement. It simply reflected a new kind of warfare, where influence could reach farther than the ships themselves.